again, everyone. It's me, Shiva Arshana from English Literature. How are you doing? I hope you have a good day. If not, maybe you can take a breather and take a little nap to release yourself from all negativities and bad thoughts. Speaking about bad thoughts, you must be familiar with them, especially during this pandemic. It's okay, there is nothing wrong with fear and anxieties because different people react to things differently. It's human, don't worry. But do you know that you can actually manage it before it causes more severe problems? Yep. So here are the 3 things I do to stay mentally healthy. First, I busy myself with various activities. The funny thing is, I don't really pursue my hobbies because it's getting repetitive and I'm not that engaged anymore. But you can do that. If you have a hobby, do it as long as you enjoy it. Anyway, what I do during this pandemic is various new things that I haven't even considered doing before. I learn knitting, crocheting, fishing, playing musical instruments, gardening, learning new languages, and many more. Well, I'm not really the best at them, but it took me away from my anxieties. Second, I find positive distractions. Actually, it's not that different from my first point, but I think these distractions are not really a hobby. So what I do is find something to distract me and provide a positive escape, like organizing and cleaning my room and creating a night routine with my family. For example, movie nights or playing board games. It helps me to encourage that positive feelings and block the negative thought. And last, I keep in touch with my friends, even make some new ones. It's infuriating that we cannot really meet our friends face to face like usual. So to deal with this, my friends and I find another way to spend time. Sometimes we just use chat or video call, and sometimes we also use some websites to allow us to watch movies together as if we are in the cinema. Basically, we are just spending time like usual, but in different ways. And along the way, because of my new activities, I meet some new friends, which is fun. So yeah, anxieties can be overwhelming, and perhaps my methods might not be suitable for you, but these are just some examples. You can find out more about what suits you the best. What I want to highlight is that mental health is really important and we have to be aware of it. Anyway, I hope you feel at least a little better than before, and thank you for staying with me and goodbye.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Ananta and currently I'm in my 6th semester in this study program, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my experiences when it comes to coping with the feeling of being overwhelmed either by school, work, or whatever it is that you are overwhelmed with. Keep in mind that it is entirely based on my experience and point of view, so you may have your own version. Okay, so by watching this, I'm assuming that we have all been to school, and we can all agree that school isn't always fun. Well, life isn't always fun, and sometimes they can be overwhelmingly difficult to go through. When that happens, there are some things that I do to cope with it. Well, a few things. Then they are based on the severity of the conditions, and I'm going to be ranking them from the least severe to the most severe. Okay, so the first one, when I feel slightly overwhelmed, I just take a quick break. It's usually just a nap, or maybe, I just lay down, get myself comfortable on my bed or on the floor, sometimes on the couch, whatever you like. And like I said, it's only a quick break, so I only do it for a reasonable amount of time. About an hour or maybe an hour and a half is enough. Then I can get back to doing whatever it was I was working on. And most of the time I just feel refreshed and more energetic after doing it. But sometimes it's just not enough. And when that happens, that means that I am quite overwhelmed by the situation. And what I do is I just entertain myself, like a short getaway. In my case, I usually just watch movies, cartoons or anime, or I just listen to music, or hang around in YouTube, or sometimes look at memes. Or if you like gaming, you can also play games. Now, on to the last one. This is what I do when I feel severely overwhelmed. I just go outside and take some walk. because I find them to be refreshing and calming, especially if you live in Bandung. Not only that you can walk, but you can also enjoy the view and the city lights. I just think they're just stunning, good and calming, really helpful for me. Oh, and when I'm outside, I would just take some snacks. I'll grab some snacks because, yeah, why not? Well, I guess that's about it. That's all I can share with you. If you have your own version of doing this, please let us know in the comments down below. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered how can you study better for an upcoming exam? Do you just wing it without any preparations or plan? Or do you get anxious of being a failure so then you study way ahead before any exam time? Do you study every week? Or like most students, just wait and shove it all in your brain just the day before that big exam? Well, that depends on your preferences. But today, I am here to show you tips on how to optimize your study time. My name is Shivananda and I am currently a final year student in this major. So from my experience, the first thing you need to understand is your learning types. Most of my close friends are reading and writing learners. Others like to listen. The second thing you need to understand is how to utilize that learning types. If you are a visual learner, you can just draw a diagram or mind maps to make the subject of your study more understandable. And if you are an audio learner, you can just listen to some podcasts or maybe watch some YouTube videos. But if you are a reading and writing learners like me, you must take notes. It's very, very, very helpful. Like every time an exam is coming up, I can just open my notebook and review what I have wrote in it. Basically, whatever your learning types is, just do your best. The third thing you need to know is to find the best environment for you to study. Most of my close friends loves to go to a cafe or maybe a restaurant and they study there, whether they go alone or whether they go with their other friends. Sometimes I join them, but it's not my forte. Personally, I love to study at my home, on top of my bed, alone, without any distraction, maybe some music, and it's really helpful for me. So basically, whatever floats your boat. The last thing and the most important thing you need to know is to take a break once in a while. You don't want to force yourself to study every time without any break. Take time to drink some water or maybe stretching or just checking up on your phone once in a while. It's really, really helpful. So don't forget to take a break. And that is my tips on how to optimize your study time. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, how is it going? My name is Iman and I'm currently a 4th semester student in the study program. Here I would like to talk and give some tips from my experience on how to attain and maintain a good GPA with less effort. Because GPA is something very important, it may be an important prerequisite for you to get a job or to get other things such as scholarship. And some people exerted a lot of effort on it to the point where they sometimes neglected their rest just so they can, get good results from their final exam, or they can, fully understand the assignments, but they exerted very hard effort on that. But what if I tell you that there is a way that we don't need to learn as hard as them, we can minimize them, or if you are good enough, you don't even need to exert that effort at all. Well, what is it? It is called enjoying your study. Now, what do I mean by enjoying our study? Enjoying our study means that we actually want to learn about it. We actually want to learn about the courses that have been given to us by the universities, throughout the 16 weeks of our college semester. We actually want to learn about it. So we have this mindset that all the things that we learn is not forced on us, but we actually want to learn more about it. From the first time we go into the study program, we know what we are assigned for, and this is the things that will make us special compared to other people who just happens to be well informed in your field of study. So pretty much it works as that you are curious about what you're about to learn. So you actually want to learn about it. Like for example, you open a YouTube video and you watch an interesting thing that you like, for example, motorcycle, or about some new things from the artist that you like. It's just like that. So So you just want to learn about them. You are curious, and then the things will fit in through your mind because, oh, now I know what happened to this artist, or now what I know what should I do when my motorcycle is like this, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how it works. You need to set your mindset to like the course, so that all the things that the lecturer told you will just get in here. All of it will just come to your mind very easily. So this will result in a good GPA, because you can be active in class. You can maximize, your assignment in the sense that you've done it correctly, and you can also get a good result from your exam without making yourself feel tired too much. And all of this is very essential to get a good GPA, right? But of course, there comes a problem, because not everyone can simply just like the course. So I have another tip for you. Well, what do you need to in order to like the course is just to renew your intention. You need to renew it in the sense that you are like starting over with a brand new intention. Like, why do I take this study program? What will make me be more special when I take this study program compared to other people? All of it. You just need to rethink and ask why. Why do I take this study program? And eventually, you'll be able to like the course now because you already understand what you're assigned for. You already renewed the intention you had in your mind just before you start the semester. So that's all for me. Thank you very much for listening.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I am a final year student in the study program. So, how are you today? The usual, I'm fine, thank you, and you? Or are you going to finally admit that you are not fine and quite stressful because of your study? If that's the case, then you're just in time, because right now I'm going to tell you the things that you can do to help you reduce your stress during your study in college. But before we start, I'd like to take note that these things that I'm going to mention are my own ways to help me reduce my stress during my study in college, so they might not work for some of you. Yeah, now let's get into the main part of this video. The first thing that you can do is to stay connected with the people that you love. It can be either your family members, friends, lovers, or even your work partners if you work. Try to talk to them once in a while. Tell them about your day, about the beautiful things in life, about your stressful day, or about how exhausted you were at that time. What's important about doing this is that you can let all your emotions out. And yeah, it will help you reduce your stress. But if you're not that type of person, which is okay, I suggest you to create a new and private account on your social media where nobody is following you and just rant over there. Write everything. Or you can just simply write them down on your book instead. Again, the main point of this is to let all your emotions out, so do it in the most comfortable way, okay? The second thing that you can do is to keep doing the things that you love. As a college student, I know that your day may be filled with lectures, assignments, and study groups. But try to find at least a couple of hours each week to do your hobbies or other activities that you enjoy. For me, I love dancing. Whenever I dance, I feel like I'm the happiest version of myself. So I would never give up on dancing. And you should do the same thing too. For those of you who haven't found your things yet, I suggest you to start your journey on finding them now. It will never be too late to find happiness. When you're happy, you will eventually stress-free. Even if it's just for a moment or two, So just do it. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Those are my ways to help me reduce my stress during my study in college. Hopefully, these ways can also help you to reduce your stress during your study in college. Thank you for listening, and
Hi, my name is Kevin. I am currently in my second semester learning in the English Literature program. And I'm here to talk to you guys and share my tips on how I manage working a part-time job while also studying in college. Now, a friendly reminder that this is all subjective. Everything I say is based on my opinion, and if you guys have other opinions or if you guys disagree, that is totally fine. So, If you're a college student and you're currently deciding whether or not you should, take a part-time job, I highly suggest that you do. You see, having a part-time job has like a lot of benefits. You could earn extra pocket money, you could get a lot of experiences, you could meet new people and build your network, and so on and so on. There's just so much benefits. But the downside is you need to manage your time working and manage your time studying in college. You need to find a balance in your work life and your studies, and sometimes that can be really tricky. So the first tip that I have for you guys is make a schedule. I know that it seems really obvious, but trust me, it's really important. It's actually really easy. You could just write it on your phone. You could buy a planner book. You could make like a schedule from carton, anything. Just make a schedule. You see, if we actually try to make a schedule, we can see if any of our studies and our work time, if they overlap. And we can also see if we have any free time, if we have time to do our assignments, and so on and so forth. The second tip I have for you guys is never multitask. I actually learned this tip not so recently, 2 months ago, from a friend actually. You see, if we multitask, it actually drains a lot of our energy, and other than that, it makes us hard focusing on things. So, if you're at your workplace, focus on your work, optimize your work. Don't do your college assignments or don't join a Zoom meeting for your class at work. If you want, you should do it before or after you're done working. And my final tip for you guys, and maybe it's the most important one, always take care of your health. You see, if you take a part-time job and you're also studying in college, it can be really stressful. It can affect your mental health and your health in general. So always take some time for yourself. Never forget to eat healthy. Don't forget to exercise and get enough rest. So I guess that's all from me. Thanks. I hope all my tips can be useful. Bye-bye.